More so that's where we looked it up. It's 18 months. Sorry, I hope I don't unplug something. No, you get all up in here. Just yeah, if you watch those chords, it ends terribly. Get him one of those naked woman shirts, but the kids inside school might get too excited. Yeah, probably not the best option, considering. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna do we're starting trivia here, right? It's right about now, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, it's very good. Are you looking for a particular design? Okay, just this one, but you know, no extra small. Kind of trivia is not beer trivia. We do 4 different rounds at different topics each time. You getting a new shirt, dude? He's hoping to get one. Right. Well, hopefully we have the right size for you. How about that one? You like that one? Perfect. Okay, go give that to mom. Found a large. Wow. Sorry to interrupt. Oh, you're okay, man. Like it flower top. Sorry, it's gonna take you. Oh, sorry. We're making a move again. Do you work here or what do you do? I'm trying to start trivia, but you can find your shirt if you need. Are you looking for a
An
particular
extra
size or
large.
style? That's for
I
large.
don't think it's so big.
Yeah, that style.
You don't provide it fine.
Small.
It's up.
Oh, that's extra small.
Oh, it's on the edge.
Just I got excited for a second. Huh. We might just put
That's
on
that's
that large. Yeah.
right. We'll give you this large back. That's too small. And then if we wanted to fill, do we take this one?
Yeah, grab these prints up. You know, I'll fill them up for you.
Thank you.
Gotcha. How many rounds did you? Oh, four tonight. Good evening, everyone. Welcome down to Cranky Sam. We're going to get started with trivia here in just a couple minutes. If you'd like to join us, it is free and it's fun. We'll have you out of here by 9. You can come on up and grab 4 slips and a pen. And yeah, we'll get you going here in just about 5 minutes or less. Just a reminder, if you haven't heard, we'll be hosting Oktoberfest down here on September 28th for the Montana Brewers Association. 13 different breweries will bring down their Oktoberfest beer for you to drink. Also have stein holding contest, costume contests. It's a kick in the pants. Your ticket also includes a free German-style meal. It's a ton of fun. If you're going to be around, plan on coming down Saturday, September 28th. right, folks, last call to join us for trivia. We're going to start in 1 minute. Again, come on up and grab some slips. We'll get started here real soon. Seems definitely. Oh, yeah. Maybe after the first round, everybody turns it in. I actually guys got 4 of those and a pen there. We'll get started here in just a moment. Thank you. Gotcha. All righty, let's get the show on the road. If you're first time down or it's been a while, go ahead and check out those screens. We'll have 4 rounds tonight of 10 questions each. Each question worth 1 point. But you can star 1 round by circling the star in the top right corner. That will double your total points for that round. So if you get 8 right, you'll get 16 points. Won't do any repeats, so please take notes. I'll give you time to write down notes before we move on to each next question. Also, prizes tonight. First place, a $30 drink card. Second place, $20. Third place, a surprise prize, which tonight is 1990's 706th bestseller, Suzanne Summers, Getting Skinny on Fabulous Foods. This is pre-Atkins, people. This is a big deal. And this is a picture of Suzanne Summers from 20 years before publication. Haven't even scooping her prize for a best team name, so as you think of a team name, feel free to come up with something stupid or slightly inappropriate. You can win something even dumber than a Suzanne Summers cookbook. We only have 4 rules, so please follow them. First of all, no cell phones out during rounds at all, please. If you see a team that's playing with phones out, feel free to narc on them. Also, we have a 6-person team limit. If you have more than 6, please mark that at the top of your sheet. You can still play, just can't win tonight. Also, please keep your answers quiet. Do not shout anything out. And last but not least, remember, it is just trivia. So take a breath if you find yourself getting too excited. This is literally trivial information, so don't freak out. With all that being said, make sure your team name is at the top. We're going to dive right into our first round for tonight. That is going to be on this day, September 18th. I will give you a year, and I will ask you a question about something that happened on September 18th of that year. It's not as straightforward as you can be. Write clearly if you write like a serial killer. And all that being said, let's dive right into round number 1 on this day, September 18th. Question number 1. On this date in 1810, what country measuring 2,670 miles long but only 217 miles wide declared independence from Spain? Name that country. That'll be about 10 more seconds, so take some notes if you need to. Moving on in 10 seconds. Question number 2 in our September 18th round. September 18th, 1851, the first edition of what publication, now known as the Gray Lady, was published for 2 cents a copy. Name that publication. 10 seconds. Take some notes if you need to. Moving on to question number 3. This one has an audio clue with it. In 1899, on this date, the U.S. Copyright Office granted a copyright for the most famous ragtime composition. Here is that composition. I need you to name either the title of the song or the composer. Title or composer, and here it is. Give you 10 more seconds before we move on. Move on to question number 4 in our September 18th round. On this date in 1947, known metonymously as Langley and historically as the Company, what federal entity came into existence on this date in 1947? Seconds. Take some notes. Question number 5 on today's date, 1951. Starring Marlon Brando and Vivian Lee, the film version of what Tennessee Williams play premiered in New York City. Name that movie/play. Can I get a good lady from it at some point? Thank you. Go hurry. 10 seconds. Number 6 is a two-parter, so make sure you have 2 separate answers. On this date in 1965, what 2 TV sitcoms premiered? One starring Barbara Eden as a 2,000-year-old spirit, and another a spoof about a bumbling James Bond type. Name those 2 1965 sitcoms. For you, baby. 10 seconds. Hold on to question number 7 here on this date in 1971. Momofuku Ando, founder of what company famous for top ramen, marketed the first cup noodle in a styrofoam container on this date in 1971? What is that famous instant noodle company? 10 seconds. Question number 8. On September 18th, 1975, what American publishing heiress turned bank robber was captured by the FBI? Name that little darling. Thank you. About 10 seconds. Again, you'll have 2 minutes after this round to look over your notes. Moving on to number 9, just 2 more in our September 18th round. We're going to 1998 now. What movie was released, becoming the Hollywood breakout for Jackie Chan and co-starring Chris Tucker? Name that 1998 movie. And no, I refuse to call it a film. And seconds. And finally, question number 10. The first mailing of what bacteria, and we'll take the infection that it causes as its name, was sent from Trenton, New Jersey, beginning a series of attacks. Name that bacterium by the infection it causes. So next one. You? Sorry. 10 seconds. And that, my friends, is going to do it for round number 1. I'll give you 2 minutes starting right now to review your answers and get your sheets turned in upside down in front of my computer, please.
I got a suggestion for you since the election's coming up.
What do you think?
Give people the U.S. citizen pass.
Oh, would that be funny?
I mean, all the questions and answers are right there. It takes 5 minutes.
You should. Oh, God, that would be interesting. No, that's interesting. I don't know.
I'm not playing, but it was the CIA with Langley, right?
Yes.
My team insists that I circle that it's the CIA, but in 1940 it was the Office of Strategic Services. That's what it was.
Right, but we were in 1947, which is after Truman established it in July.
Okay.
Because I said it the CIA after it. I'll allow it. I'll look for either.
I circled our answer.
No, I gotcha. I appreciate you guys being anal retentive, though. All right, folks, you have less than 1 minute to get all your slips turned in, please. 1 minute.
Thank you.
I'm right up here for me, please. Thank you. And that is time, folks. I'll get these scored up as quickly as possible. We'll get answers and move right into round number 2. Righty, folks, let's check those answers to round number one. See how y'all did. That country that's over 2,500 miles long, but like 200 miles ish wide, that's Chile. Chile. That publication, known as the Gray Lady, is the New York Times. You might have heard of it. New York Times. A lot of people guess the song The Entertainer on here. Believe it or not, there are more than one ragtime songs on a piano. That was Scott Joplin's Maple Leaf Rag. If you had at least one right answer, I gave it to you. If you had two, good for you. Known as Langley or the Company, that entity came into existence. That was the CIA, what we now know as the CIA. Some of you had almost the right one. We had a lot of guesses for Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. We were looking for a streetcar named Desire. For the person that put a street boxcar, Desire, I love you. I hope you're doing okay, but you didn't get the point. Just so you know, spelling doesn't officially matter down here. Otherwise, a lot of you would have got this one wrong. Because it's I Dream of Jeannie, like the name Gene, and Get Smart are the two shows that came out on the same day many long years ago. Momofuku Ando founded a company, Alondras and Marachan. Marachan does make noodles in a cup, but it's called Instant Lunch. Cup-o noodle and top ramen is from Nissin. Nissin. No, the company is Nissin. They make top ramen, cup-o noodle, and a bunch of other stuff. So you're looking for that company, and it's actually just cup noodles. There is no O in it, interestingly, as well. Cup noodles, Nissin. It's like Nissan, but not. That publishing heiress turned bank robber / kidnapper / freedom fighter, that was Patty Hearst. Patty Hearst. In general, if there's two famous people like Hearst, please give me a first name. That's your final warning for anybody that did not. Because William Randolph would have been another option, just so you know. That truly resplendent movie that all of us are so lucky to have lived through. That's Rush Hour. Rush Hour. And last but not least, looking for the common name of the infection that came from the bacteria. That's anthrax. Those really fun 2001 anthrax attacks. So let's check your scores, see how you did. You see a lot of scores in bold. Those people use their star. And here we are at the top of the list after one round, tied for three-way tie at the top with 50 Shades of Gandalf the Grey. My beeper's blowing up. Ha ha ha! People died. Oh, yeah. Thigh Masters also tied for first there. The Mouseketeers in the second, and a double A with the Colon Cleaners and Team Go with 12 points. I'm going to say the naming scheme tonight was not super exciting, but one team I really liked just because it's ridiculous is the Resplendent Dugongs. Where are the Resplendent Dugongs at? You're not in trouble. You get something free. Come up and grab your crap. You guys get a very poorly forged plastic knight. Oh, isn't that fun? You can hot glue it to somebody's dashboard and run away. All right, folks, we're all warmed up, ready to go. Let's dive right back into questions. Make sure your team name is at the top. And let's dive into round number 2. By the way, we have 19 teams tonight. 19, not too shabby. And we're going to have 10 completely random questions. So 10 questions from all sorts of categories. Let's see how you do. And let's start it out pretty straightforward here. Question number 1. What's the capital of Taiwan? Ten seconds. Take some notes if you need to. This one's phrased a little awkwardly, I realize, but if you know it, you know it. What was the secret identity of Don Diego de la Vega? Or Don Diego la Vega was the secret identity of whom? Either way works. Ten seconds. Question number 3 in our random round. Which of the 7 wonders of the ancient world was attributed to the ancient king Nebuchadnezzar II? Which it's 1 in 7 chance here. Seconds. Question number 4, also kind of awkward phrasing, I'm realizing, but what were known as hairy banknotes during European expansion into the New World and for a few hundred years afterward? Be specific. And seconds. Question number 5 in random. Who's Snoopy's bird buddy? What's his name? And seconds. Question number 6 in our random round. This just was reported today. The Department of Justice is suing the owner and operator of what container ship that rammed into Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge in March? Name of the ship. Ten seconds. Question number 7 in random here. What political thriller was the first ever TV series produced specifically for Netflix? Nine seconds. It's a great question for our 70s swingers out there. What popular 1970s cocktail, essentially a screwdriver with Galliano, was named after a fictional surfer? What's the name of that famous 70s cocktail? Seven seconds. Question number 9. I always try to throw in one sports ball question. This is as much as I can be bothered. A small New York town between Albany and Syracuse hosts the Baseball Hall of Fame. Ten seconds. Finally, number 10 in our random round. Again, double part answer. What two minor characters from Shakespeare's Hamlet featured in an absurdist Tom Stoppard play and subsequent movie? Name both of them. Ten seconds. Stand right there for me, buddy. Just that's okay. I gets real messy if I don't. Thank you. And just like that, we are done with round number 2. I'll give you 2 minutes starting now to check your answers and turn in your sheets. Also, don't forget about those stars. You can only use them on one round. Hey, sir. I'll get killed over here when I see it. That's fine. It's just trivia.
Not just trivia. I could win this shitty cookbook from the early 90s.
You really could if you're good enough.
Excited by number 10. I had to put it's upset by Stopper.
Can you put it in
Yeah,
the pile?
I'm so sorry.
So damn excited. Jeez. I know. I was like, I don't know how many people know the first one, but it might not. It didn't matter. All right, folks, about 45 seconds left till all slips need to be turned in upside down in front of the computer, please. And last call for all slips. All righty, crew, let's check those answers to round number 2, our random round. Pretty good scores for a lot of folks. Had 3 people say Bangkok. That's Thailand, a little bit different. We're looking for Taipei. Taipei. The secret identity, or Don Diego, is the secret identity of none other than Zorro. Nebuchadnezzar II supposedly ordered the building of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. I will just be clear, 2 teams just put gardens. That's not enough detail. Please add details, folks. I had to take off answers that I think you would have known. Also on this one, I was looking for stuff specific. Harry banknotes during that time were beaver pelts, specifically beaver, though. If you just put pelts and furs, I could not take it. 4 teams put Tweety, which I guess, but close, but not at all. It's Woodstock. Woodstock's the name of that strange little bird. I think only 3 teams got this one right. A lot of guesses at the Ever Ready and Evergreen and Everrude and all that crap. But this is the Dolly. I also took Dolly like Olly spelling. The Dolly. Which I only remembered because I thought it was spelled like Dolly, and I thought Dolly Park would be pissed. And I was pissed on her behalf. That first show ever produced for Netflix was House of Cards. House of Cards. That 1970s cocktail, which it was a weird little surfer named Harvey Wallbanger. I'm Harvey Wallbanger, and I can make it. Produced by the Galliano Company, or the importer of it. Trying to sell stuff. The Baseball Hall of Fame is in probably the only reason to go there, I'd say, in Cooperstown, New York. And finally, we had a lot of different Shakespeare characters, most of them not from Hamlet, but a few people did know these 2 characters. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, who are in a show called Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. They're dead. Again, I don't care about spelling. If I did, good God, did you guys come up with some interesting ways to spell that? Well, we do need details and phonetically correct, please. Well, let's check your scores after 2 rounds, see how you did.
Like to raise my hand and say, out of the 7 wonders of the world, there's nothing to confuse the Hanging Gardens with out of the other 7. So I didn't know I had to say of the specific.
I think I might have actually taken yours because I think you said Gardens of Babylon or Hanging
I said the Hanging
Gardens.
Gardens.
No, so some people just put garden.
Okay.
And I'm like, I just want to encourage people to use too many details. I'm as kind as I can be, but I really
Make sure some
you're
people
okay.
just the gardens part, so I wanted to make sure.
No, some people just had gardens.
Yeah,
I took Hanging Gardens, but I would have preferred of Babylon. As that's you would just say the Statue of Rhodes, right? Yes. It's trivia, dude. All right, folks, let's see how we're sitting here. P. Tittle Pirates have moved up to first place now with 28 points. And tied for second in a hot 3-way tie, we have Thigh Masters, My Beeper's Blowing Up, and 50 Shades of Gandalf the Grey. Now I'm going to move on to round number 3 now. It will be a photo round, so make sure you can see one of the TVs clearly. So it's going to be pretty straightforward, but I do, again, please be specific on these. If it's a specific, let's say, part of a building, don't just say a board. Okay, try to be specific. I found some things with kind of kooky names you may or may not know. I can be as specific and detailed as possible. I'll show you the picture, give you about 30 seconds, then we'll move right along. So here is round number 3. Name the thing. Question number 1. What's that thing? 10 seconds. Oh, less than 10, I guess. Here you go. Moving on to number 2. What do we call this thing specifically? Oh, if you want to join us, it just started round number 3. Just pick a name and fill it out. We'll get to you. So this is round number 3. So we're just naming what that object is. Yep. So we're starting round number 3. Well, but you have to be specific. There's a pen right here. 10 seconds. So there's a name for that style of pillow. That's what you want to write down. Moving on to number 3. Here's number 3. Name this. Again, it's not a board, though it is. Italy. Italy, appreciate it. 10 seconds. Move on to number 4. What specifically is this? Seconds. How about number 5? Be specific. And seconds. What is this area of this style of building called? And seconds. Question number 7. This part has a very specific name. The part that's circled and arrowed. What is that called? Try to keep your answers quiet, please. Ten seconds. Moving on to number 8. What is this part called? Be specific. If you're just describing what you're seeing, it's probably not the right answer. 10 seconds. Let's move on to number 9. Any of these things, they all share the same name. What do we call them? At 10 seconds. And I'll warn you, this last one is super nerdy, but this has a very specific name. Do you know what it is? It's a 2-word name. What do we call this? 10 seconds. Fixer. And just like that, round number 3 is done. Remember, you only have this and one more chance to use your star. Stars double your entire points for that round. Circle the star in the top right-hand corner. Your 2 minutes to review your answer starts now. Thank y'all. One minute down. All subjects be turned in 1 minute.
They do something special for this.
Oh, that's so nice. Kid has a nice ass too.
I even gave him a mom tattoo.
'And just 10 seconds left. Let's get all your slips up, please. Don't be late. Yeah, we'll have one more round after this. So. Asphalt, sorry. Oh, I won't. Sorry, I couldn't hear you. I was like, I didn't know what you. I appreciate it. Believe it or not, I have a few things that are a little more important right now.
For sure. I thought you were.
Because everybody's waiting on me to get this shit done.
Well, no, that's my.
That's gonna help me.
Huh?
That's gonna make me feel better.
That's our answers.
Oh, gotcha. That makes a lot more sense now that you bring it up.
I got it as specific as I fucking do it.
Just a reminder, folks, we do bingo down here every Tuesday. Last night, I think the smallest pot we gave away was like $320. Played almost $400 last night. Come on down sometime on a Tuesday. Make some money, money, money. All righty, folks, we're going to check those answers. And if you had different answers that I thought sounded kind of right, I did look into them, but I'll be honest, there's reasons why I didn't take most of them. So if you want to battle tooth and nail about it, we can. But otherwise, let's just roll through it because, again, it is just trivia. This, yes, a lot of people gave me 17 words for it, but I was just looking for decanter, decanter. These round pillows are specifically known as bolsters, bolster. Oh, moving on here. A lot of people said truss for this one. Trusses are in roofs or bridges. That's a joist, a floor joist. Three different teams said creme brulee cup, which you could put creme brulee in it, but anybody that's worked in food industry knows that's a ramekin. A ramekin. When that lady keeps asking for mayonnaise, you just bring a whole ramekin full of it, throw it on the table. This one is hands down my favorite, just because it sounds naughty, but it isn't. Bunghole, in which you stick your bung. All right, and this one again, lots of folks have different answers. There's certain reasons why I couldn't take it. Then we're talking about the whole structure, the portico, excuse me, be the whole structure, including it's called a pediment. A pediment. This pediment happens to have like a frieze or statues carved into it, but the pediment is just that top angle of a thing. Again, the portico would include the columns. Oops. Sorry, we're going backward. I just want to see bunghole again, apparently. Hold on. Bunghole. This part of the metal part of the knife that extends into the handle is called a tang. Well, things a tang. You guys all had some very interesting guesses. Some very interesting ones, but specifically, that piece of skin is called a perlicue. A perlicue is that piece of webbing between your thumb and finger. Vestigial webbing is fine, but we have those in our toes and between all of our fingers. Spectros maybe just a good word to use to sound smart because it's pretty much any decorative tip to pretty much anything can be referred, including like an umbrella, can be referred to as a finial, a finial. And last but not least, I really appreciate everybody's dumb jokes and good attempts. One team actually got this, so that makes me very proud. These things are made up of a certain kind of stuff, and they're bundled together, if you will. So these are specifically known as phloem bundles. If you're like, who would know that? There's at least one team in here that did, and they are extra nerdy tonight. Even extra hardcore nerd points for knowing that. Just remember, if you have a small child, be like, honey, you need to eat your phloem bundles. There's extra phloem in there. I'm sure that'll make it more appetizing. All right, let's check those scores after 3 rounds. And the pack is starting to separate toward the top here. We got the P Diddle Pirates in first place with 36. Second place is the Thigh Masters with 32. And with 31 is my Beepers blowing up. But a lot of people are right on their tail. And a lot of you have not used your star yet. So I will recommend right now as we move into our final round, if you have not used your star yet, star this round now. Circle that star in the top right corner. It'll double your points for this round. And move into our final round, which these tend to be either easy for folks or nearly impossible, just depending on how drunk I was when I wrote them. This one's hopefully about a 50-50 for you. 10-letter crossword clues, G. Just to give you an example, they're not asked like regular questions. I'll give you a short set of words to describe them. So, for example, rich people changed the character of a neighborhood. This is just an example. It's not number one. It's just an example. Don't write it down. Don't you do it. It's a 10-letter word starting with G, and so we'd be looking for gentrified because it was changed. Sorry, that was supposed to be the easy one, so if you had confusion on that one, good luck. No, it should go through just fine. Right, so I'll give you a thing. I'll give you a quick clue. You need to give me a 10-letter word starting with G. And again, keep an eye like the tense. Is it past? Is it present? Is it a gerund? What are we working with here to make sure you get that worked out correctly? Some of them are a little bit of a stretch. Some of them are kind of punny, so don't be surprised if it takes a second. Here's number one, though. Modern treasure hunting. Ten seconds. Move on to number two, health blessing in Berlin. And again, I don't care about spelling, but it has to be phonetically correct and have 10 letters. Yeah, good luck, bitches. And seconds. Moving on to number 3, Le Raison Nationale from 1792 to 1977. Or it could be 1981, depending on how you're counting.
Still better word starts with G. There can't be that many of them. Only about 12,000 or so.
10 seconds. Moving on to number 4, Kiwi's Chinese name. Ten seconds. Here's one for all you bros out there, aka the clap. It's 10 seconds. Moving on to number 6 in our 10-letter word starting to snails and slugs. And seconds. Number 6, clams, fuck simoleons. Ten seconds. Number 8 in our crossword clues G, 10 letters, Venetian cab drivers. Ten seconds. For 9, theater showing low budget horror movies. And seconds. And last but not least, number 10, dips respectfully on one knee. And keep your guesses quiet, please.
It's a little speed demon, huh?
Told me to shake. I'm like, that's not gonna help.
I wouldn't.
10 seconds.
And we missed one. What was the question?
No, you're thank you, sir. Right here.
Alrighty, folks, that is the end of round number 4. For round 4, you only have 1 minute to check your answers and turn them in. 1 minute.
So I can't repeat answers, but I can maybe look at this and give you a help out. Yeah, let's
Number
see.
8. We just got off on our numbers.
I don't quite know what to tell you because you're missing 2 there.
Well, no, we know 9. We're thinking about it. 8.
Okay.
We just seem to have missed.
Fortunately, I
Okay.
can't really repeat it because otherwise.
Everyone.
Sorry about that.
I can't believe you didn't realize "get fucked" was 10 letters.
Yes, get fucked is 10 letters. So go sit back down there, honey. There you go. Boy. Folks, you only have less than 30 seconds to turn your slips in now. Less than 30 seconds. Do not be late. 15 seconds. 10. 5. And that is the last call for slips. I'll get these scored up. We'll find out our winners or have a tiebreaker if we need to. Right, crew, let's check those answers. Some good rounds for a lot of y'all, some more stumbly ones. One team just wrote too hard, make easier, and then I think they stormed off. Bye. Sorry, not sorry about that. Oops. Modern treasure hunting. Most of you got it. One team didn't quite get a 10-letter word. Look for geocaching. Geocaching. Geolocating had one too many letters, unfortunately. I didn't expect people to necessarily spell it right, but how you guys spelled it was quite interesting. It's Gesundheit. Gesund is health. But either way, spelling didn't matter. So honestly, I didn't sit and count every single one, and just as if they were wrong, I wanted to check. Gesundheit. Now, the National Razor from 1972, last used in 1977, known as the guillotine. They finally outlawed it in 81, but it was last used in 77. Kiwi, the kiwi fruit, is also known as the Chinese gooseberry. Chinese gooseberry. Somehow, all you filthy sluts knew this next one. I'm not slut shaming, I'm just calling it like I see it. The clap is gonorrhea. Sales and slugs are only one step off of gastropubs. That's gastropods. Gastropods. Clams, bucks, simoleons, also called greenbacks. Though greenbacks were specifically used during the Civil War. A Venetian cab driver. Some of you named what that quote unquote cab would be, but we were looking for the drivers. So we were looking for gondoliers. If you didn't have the S on it, I might not have taken it. Fair warning.
Because that's how crosswords work. Thank you.
A theater showing low budget horror movies, or we don't really necessarily have them anymore, but they're called Grindhouse. Grindhouse. And quite a few teams guessed groveling for our last one. It doesn't quite have enough letters and it's not quite respectful. This is genuflex. There's a hint of sycophancy on the side. We will need a tiebreaker tonight. Before we show you those final scores, though, my one whiny pitch. Unlike most places in town that do trivia, I do not use a subscription service and just come in and read to you. I take probably way too much time working on these stupid questions for y'all. So if you had a good time tonight and you enjoyed any of the questions or hated them and want them to be better, please feel free to throw a couple bucks in my little tip jar up here. And I'll just sit here staring at you as you walk by if you don't. So help, just kidding. So let's check those final scores, see how you do. Once we get up to the top, the two top tied teams are tied for first right now. We will come on up and grab a piece of paper. We'll do a quick tiebreaker.
Can I do a smash burger with bacon and fries?
Yeah.
Glorious. Huh?
Is that number 3 or number 2?
Just number 2 right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
And here we go as we creep toward the top. That's right. We have a two-way tie, bye tie, if you will, with the P. Diddy Pirates, and it's not your fault for first place. Third place, though, will go to my Beepers blowing up with 41 points. The Thigh Masters, so close, my friends, but so far away. Oh, you're third?
Yeah. Throw bacon in it. Just bacon, son.
There you go. Eat to get skinny. It's not supposed to be intentional. All right, did both teams pick up sheets? I might have missed it. I hope both teams have sheets. If not, if you are the Devil Pirates or it's not your fault, get on it. Whichever team has the closest to the correct answer will win on this one. And have a good night, guys. And here is the question. According to Worldometer, what is the current population of Taiwan, the island of Taiwan? Make your guesses. That's as of like this afternoon, according to a probably not very reliable population estimation thing. Let's go around here. No, none of this is even linked in. It all just runs off YouTube, which doesn't sound particularly old.
Really bad.
So I appreciate that. All right, the Pirates have turned in their guess. We're still waiting for where the other team was.
Joe Paul.
Oh, Nacho Falls. Hey, whoa. Hey, is this a period? Is that a point?
Yeah, 3 quarters.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
All right, well, we have two very different guesses. One is 3.3 million and one is 30 million. I have a feeling we might be able to tell who's closest when we get the real answer here. The actual population estimate up today is 23,192,000, meaning that with their guess of 30 million, the Pirates are taking home first place tonight. And let's go, Pirates! And it's Nacho Falls will be taking home second. You can talk to the bar up here. Also, yeah, whatever the team was that got the banana thing, the Floem bundles, I'd give you a hug, but I've been sweating the whole time. But that's the kind of nerdiness I love around here.
I don't think they've made your cards, so you might see test.
Everybody else, thank you all so much for coming out. Hope you had a good time. We're down here every Wednesday. Don't forget that not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday is Oktoberfest down here. Get your tickets now.
Yes, ma'am. Armadillos. It's the kind of so here's the problem though, is that oftentimes I won't do that as like a trivia question. Because like I don't know what bothers me about questions like that. There's just something kind of odd. Like I kind of with love kind of want to write them like Jeopardy questions that when you're watching, you're like, there's enough little hints in there.
Yeah, you should be able to figure it
'Cause
out.
if I just said what two sitcoms came out today, then you'd be like, the fuck would know. But I'm like, one's about an ancient spirit and one's about a bad 007. And you're like, I didn't know when they came out, but I at least know these stupid old shows. Genie was his slave.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna hop up there. Yeah, he's gonna sort them out for you here real soon.
Good one that I had the other day was like number of astronauts that walked to the moon. They're still alive. I think there's only 3 now.
Oh yeah, see, because even the
down. I think it's.
but it was
I
14
think it's just
originally,
Harrison
right?
Schmidt.
And then
14.
then
14,
Jack's
12.
12.
Well, there's only
Yeah.
12.
I knew it was
I think
something
there's
right
only,
up
I
in
think there's
there.
only
Yeah.
3 left.
Yeah, it's funny.
That was one I got right like a year ago, but I think one's died since.
And you're like, oh my god, how many? Yeah.
Jack's mom was one of the people that helped create the technology to save the people of the Apollo 13 lander.
Okay. See, so now this kind of stuff. So I think what I was trying to say before is that
Yeah.
fun facts don't always make for good trivia questions. So if you were like, what town in California currently has a dog for a mayor? It's like,
Oh yeah.
or this town in California has what animal for a mayor? Like once you
I know.
every way you question it, you're like, I think that's just a fun fact.
Apparently, they're going to make you take a picture.
Thanks, Reed.
Thank you.
That's like real life shit, yo. All right, you guys want to back?
Yeah.